talking about today is an overview of different aspects of the financial aid, or the financial processes that UVA has concerning payment options, billing, an authorized user, and the importance of what that means, the benefits of direct deposit, and billing information. And so again, we welcome you. We're so glad you're here. I want to congratulate the students as well on the hard work that brought you here to our university. And so I want to also let you know again that unfortunately, because of time constraints, we will not be able to do a question portion at the end of this webinar, but you will be able to get a version of the recorded webinar if you go to our website for the university and then go to the Student Financial Services page and put in the search bar presentations. And so for the next 35 to 40 minutes, I will be talking to you concerning all things dealing with the financial processes of our department. And I want to also let you know that Student Financial Services is our name of our department, but in this conversation with me, you may hear me sometimes refer to us as SFS as well. So if I say SFS or Student Financial Services, know that I'm talking about our department and all the things that we do. So what I want to start off with is telling you who we are and exactly what do we do, right? And so in Student Financial Services, one of the things we do is the financial aid piece, which is determining the eligibility for need-based financial aid for students. And that includes federal aid like Pell Grants and student loans, and state aid that can include grants like the Virginia Guaranteed Assistance Program grant. And then also access UVA scholarships, which is a institutional aid, one type of institutional aid. So that's on the financial aid component, what our department does. And then we also process outside scholarships. And so those are scholarships that students receive that come from outside donors that's not within the university. So we process those as well. We also process loans, be it student loans, unsubsidized or subsidized, or Parent Plus loans. And I will tell you more about Parent Plus loans later. We do process the loan component of the financial process for financial aid that students receive. And then we have the billing and payments area. And so in that capacity, we post tuition and fees and charges on students' accounts, and then we collect those payments and process those accordingly as well. And any other kind of payments that come to the student's account, that's under our jurisdiction as well too. And so I want to talk to you tonight specifically about 5 of the top money matter items that you as a student and as a parent of a student should be and need to know about. Each one of these are going to be consistent of overviews, not complete full detail, but I will tell you the information is also in more detail, again, like I said, on our website. So I want to start with the billing cycle. The billing cycle normally, if it had not been because of the FAFSA deadline, normally a billing cycle would have been mid-July, and that's when fall term statements would have been released. Term statements are billing statements of what is due to be billed to the student, and it also could show credits. That's normally released in mid-July, but because of the FAFSA delays, it's not going to be released electronically this year until August the 6th. And so we have a online portal within the university called UVA Pay. I will tell you more about UVA Pay shortly too. But electronically, the fall term statements or any term statement is released through UVA Pay. And also with the deadline of the mid-August fall term charges due, it's not accurate on this particular piece of information. And again, it's the leading factor because of the FAFSA being delayed. And so the fall charges are not due, meaning the bill payment is not due for this particular year until this particular term, I apologize, until September the 6th. So to restate, the fall term statement, which is the bill, is not going to be released until August the 6th. And on September the 6th is when the bill will be due. And that's only for this particular year because of the delay with FAFSA. And so if everything going forward will get back to its normal time frame, then the spring term statement will be released mid-December, and then in mid-January, the charges will be due. On a statement, there are several types of different categories of things, one of which it would be tuition, another would be fees. Fees could be health related fee, it could be a book fee, it could be a comprehensive computer fee, and then there will be dining and housing fees for first year entering students only. And so if you are a first year entering student, you're only going to be seeing the dining and housing statement fee, because past your freshman or past your first year, you're not required to stay on grounds. But if you do enter into a contract past your first year to stay on grounds and get a meal plan, then you will see that dining and housing fee going forward. But those fees that you are always going to see is the tuition and fees that could be a number of different things, to include bookstore fees and things like that. And then the dining and housing fee, again, like I said, are only applicable or mandatory fees that you will see if you're a first year student. And so let's talk about UVA Pay. And I apologize, you guys. I know that you can't respond to me, but I do recognize that I talk a little fast. And so let me slow down a little so you can grasp all that I am sharing with you tonight. So UVA Pay is the online payment portal that we have here at the university. And I want to show you a presentation really quickly that explains to you a little more about that.
Patricia, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay,
I apologize for that.
that's okay.
And so what I was saying is that this is a overview of what payment activity looks like in the UVA payment portal. When you're looking at a term statement, you can look at fees that are charged to the student, like an activity fee, a bookstore fee, or in tuition, of course, and also any kind of payments. If you made a payment through the portal, you can see that reflected too, or any other kind of credits like outside scholarships or any institutional scholarships that will show in the payment activity. One really important thing too I want to highlight is that UVA Pay is dynamic. And so what that means is real time. And so you will be able to post a payment and see it at the same time. There's not a delay in how it updates. And so one of the things that was mentioned in the video was authorized users. And so I want to talk really in detail as much as I can in this space concerning authorized users. When your student is a high schooler and has not matriculated, like in the spring, you could call our office or the university and we could provide information to you. However, once they matriculate from high school and they enter college, we are no longer able to disclose and discuss information, not only just in my department in the student financial services, but across board in the university, unless the student gives you authorized permission. And with our department, that's called an authorized user. And this is one thing that's covered by a federal law called FERPA. And what that stands for is the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. And so it protects the student's educational records. And like I said, up to and including their financial aid information. However, if you are authorized and the student gives you permission, then you are able to talk to our office freely about anything concerning their student accounts, any charges, make payments, anything that's applicable to their payment plans or all those kinds of issues. The student has to have you sign up for an authorized user access through the UVA portal, UVA Pay portal. And if once you are an authorized user, you're able to receive the same information that the student will receive concerning any new charges through email notifications. You'll be able to go in there and view the student accounts and history, payments or credits. You'll be able to, of course, make payments again, right? And you'll be able to sign up for any payment plans. And I will talk to you about semester payment plans in a little bit. But most importantly, you'll be able to have permission to speak to anyone in our office concerning any matters with your student and their account. And so I want to next talk to you about payment options. And so the UVA Pay is the electronic online portal that all payments can be made towards a student's account, and where you will be able to see their bill and all of those statement issues. And so you are able to pay your students' charges in several different ways. It can be an electronic check, a paper check, a credit card, a payment plan, a 529 savings plan, a 529 prepaid plan, and a Parent Plus loan. I will let you know that with the electronic check payment process, it's made through UVA Pay. It can only be done using a checking or savings account only. A money market savings account can't be used. A brokerage account can't be used. And there's no fee associated with paying through an electronic payment. You would give your bank account information and your routing information. Or you can choose to do a paper check. A paper check, one of the things that I want to reiterate that's really important, that if you do want to pay with a paper check, it's really, really important for you to include the student's ID on that check and take into consideration the mailing time as it relates to the billing cycle and when the charges are due for each term. So if you want to pay by paper check, that is something that could be done, but just keep in mind the time frames. And with the credit cards, I wanted to let you know that we accept Visa, we accept Master cards, we accept American Express and Discover. There is a 2.85 service fee associated with using your credit cards as a payment option. And that fee will be added to whatever payment that you are applying to your student's account. And so keep in mind that it is not it's the net of it will be afterwards, after that fee is taken out of it. And so also you can make a payment towards your student charges through semester payment plans. And so the payment plans are ways that the charges for your student tuition and fees and other any other associated fees for the student accounts can be broken up into monthly installments. The longest can be a 5-month payment plan that normally would start in June, or it can be a 3-month payment plan. And so, however, there is a $60 fee per term for that, and there's no other interest added. I wanted to show you or tell you about some different ways that the payment plan could be used. Like if you wanted to do a 5-month payment plan and say, for instance, of course, had like a $15,000 balance due, then it would be $3,000 for those 5 months for that term. If that same $15,000, of course, was done in a 3-month payment plan, then it would be, of course, that $5,000 per month in that plan. But keep in mind that the payment plans are per semester. So that $60 enrollment fee that you are charged, if you did a fall payment plan, you would be charged to $60. And if you did a spring payment plan, you would also then again be charged a $60 fee. And so with the payment plans, because they are various different month in installations, I wanted you guys to also go to our website to get more detailed information concerning that and how it works, because it can be to whatever you is applicable to your situation financially. However, the terms may be, the 5, 4, 3 months. And again, you have to enroll through UVA Pay. And so next I want to talk to you about the way of paying your student charges using 529 savings plans. And so there are 2 types of 529 savings plans. The first one is the regular 529 savings plan, whereas you have to also always reach out to whoever you have that plan with and let them tell them if you want the payment to be sent directly to you or sent directly to us. With the regular 529 savings plan, it's the same thing concerning the mail delivery and the charges due date. And so keep in mind, if they send the payments directly to you, then if it's a paper check, then you have to deposit it, and then you have to turn around and send a payment to us. So keep in mind the charges, due dates for the billing cycles when you do that. And when we do receive those monies, we will apply them to the student's account accordingly. And you can also not just with the payment option of the 529 savings plan, you can also look at through UVA Pay, if you are an authorized user, the credits. If you pay with a credit card, that credit will show. If you pay with an electronic check, once it comes through the cycle and processes, that payment will show too. And you will see all of that activity through UVA Pay. And so it's a little different process with the 529 prepaid plans. You still you still reach out to the 529 plan, but the 529 plan needs to know that your student will be attending UVA specifically. And what that prepaid plan does is sends our university a list of recipients and their eligible amounts. And then we apply that estimated credit to the student's account. And once the 529 prepaid plan funds actually are received by us in our department, we apply the official funds to the student's account because it's going to show as a credit until we receive the actual payments. And so, and I know again, guys, I'm sorry, it's so much information that we have to cover that I'm going at a little fast pace. But I also want to keep reminding you that all the information can be looked at in greater detail on our website, Student Financial Services website. And so I want to talk to you next about the Parent Plus loan option. A Parent Plus loan is a parent taking a student loan out themselves in their own name on behalf of their student. It's different. The criteria is different. It's not based on need, but there is a credit worthiness analysis that's done. And so your credit is checked, and you have to have credit worthiness to be able to apply not apply, but be able to be approved for a Parent Plus loan because it's based on credit. And so a Parent Plus loan can only be applied after a student accepts or declines any kind of student loans that's available and been offered to them, or federal work study monies. Federal work study is funding that a student can get approved for as a part of their financial aid package. And what that does is allow a student to work on grounds at a federal work study position or at a non-profit organization that's partnered with the university in a capacity that the student could be receiving federal work study funding. The student does not get the money directly added to their student accounts. The students are paid bi-weekly by paycheck. And so that's quite different. But when you see that financial aid award of federal work study on your student's financial aid award letter, just know that that allows them to work on a grounds or nonprofit organization in the local community in a working capacity. And so with the Parent Plus loan, you can apply for it for a whole academic semester or I'm sorry, an academic term or for the full year. And so say you just want to apply for the fall term only, you can do that, or you can apply for the whole fall and spring term. Keep in mind that your credit will be pulled for whichever situation that you do. One thing that can be creatively done as a payment option, if it's two different parents taking out a Parent Plus loan, one parent may want to take the Parent Plus loan for just the fall term, and then another parent may want to take the Parent Plus loan for the spring term. Keep in mind that the credit will be pulled for each parent for each application. And the way you apply for a Parent Plus loan is through the federal government's studentaid.gov website. And that's the same website that you go to apply and complete your FAFSA. And so if you go to studentaid.gov, and you should see in their links a link to the Parent Plus loan application. Again, it is based on creditworthiness. It is not based on need. And so it's not the same as a student direct, unsubsidized or subsidized student loan, which is based on need. And then once approved, if approved, and once approved, those funds are dispersed to your student's account, and our loan department will handle that accordingly. And that activity you will also be able to see once approved and dispersed on the UVA portal for your student if you are an authorized user. So really, really important, really, for you to be an authorized user so you can have full access to all of your things concerning your students. Next, I want to talk about anticipated credits. And so the sum of all of the grants and scholarships and financial aid, which could include student loans, the combined total of those aid sometimes can be more than the actual charges that the students are giving for a particular term. And so if that happens, like if they get an outside scholarship, or even if they get a military education benefit of some sort, or even financial aid, which could include loans, it's posted on the student's account as an anticipated credit, because we can't disperse, for one thing, student loans or any kind of aid disbursement for more than 10 days before the start of a term. But what the anticipated credits are is what is forthcoming, what monies that are going to be credited that we know of in advance. But if there's an overage of what the student loans, the outside scholarships, or any outside like military benefits or credits, if there's an overage to that anticipated credit could be a refund to your student. And so that's really important. Next, I'm going to be talking about direct deposit, but an anticipated credit is what happens after, what can happen after the sum of any grants or financial aid up to including loans has showed up on the student's account, but not actually been dispersed yet. But the anticipated credit is there until we disperse the money. And any loan amounts, less the origination fees. The work study, keep in mind, does not show as a credit on a student's term statement or on a student's account. Because remember that the student will be receiving a biweekly paycheck if they are working a federal work study job. And one thing, I apologize, I forgot to mention about federal work study is that we have a list of positions that are available to be used in that federal work-study program. However, the student has to apply and seek an interview for such positions themselves. We have a application portal called Handshake that is administered and handled by our Career Services Department. I believe that the federal work-study positions are going to be posted within the next week. And so if you have any student who wants to work on grounds and have been awarded a financial aid package that includes federal work-study monies, then that will be the portal, which is called Handshake, that the student has to physically and actually go seek out the job and apply for the position. And on the financial aid award letters, that allotment of the federal work-study funds is the allotment of the maximum that that student can earn as well under the covering of a federal work-study job. So I want to talk about direct deposit. So remember I said, you know, the anticipated credits could be what's left after the sum total of the scholarships and the financial aid and any other kind of outside scholarships. And I forgot to say any institutional scholarships that we may offer. That access money could be payable possibly to the student because it is an access of financial aid or can be an overpayment of some sort. And an overpayment also can be if you as a parent or someone pays more than what the charges are on the account too. And then direct deposits are used for any kind of school awards. Say your student received a scholarship if they were in the School of Education, a travel grant scholarship, or some kind of scholarship, or some kind of an award, monetary award associated with a department or college that they are covered under. Then direct deposit is one way for that to be paid quicker than a paper check. I will share with you guys that we have hundreds and hundreds of checks that are uncashed because students may have moved or they may have lost a check in their dorm room, or because the check may have been of such of an amount that they think the check isn't real, right? And so it goes uncashed. So signing up through UVA Pay is a way through direct deposit for the student to get any kind of access, financial aid, or any overpayment, or any kind of monies owed to them. Specifically, like I said, if they have any credits afterwards that need to be sent to them because what they paid or what they were receiving was much more than what they are charged. And so what you have seen now is some reassuring information that we just want you guys to know that we are here for you. We do recognize it's been a difficult financial processing year because of all of the delays. And we have been in the trenches with you guys on our end because of the delays as well. But I wanted to let you guys know that we're all in this together and that our department is working really, really hard to do our very best to give the best service under the circumstances to the students that we serve and the families. So parents, we rest assured, like I said, we are in this all together. And so I just wanted to reiterate that if you have any concerns, to reach out to us. I wanted to play next for you a really special video from a parent of a UVA student, so you can get a parent perspective on what we do in SFS and how we are really hopeful that you know that we're here for you.
Hey, Patricia, we can't hear the video. Maybe you need to come off of mute. Because I thought I heard it earlier.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay. I can't hear it. I think you're on mute now, for real.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Tabitha, you on mute.
I can hear you now.
Okay, but you guys could not hear the video.
Try to play it again. No, I can't hear it now. I thought I heard it earlier.
Okay. I apologize for that. Let me
Oh.
see.
The students are saying you have to share sound for you have to share sound for the video sound.
Thank you, students. Thank you, thank you. And so let me share sound.
Sometimes
Can you guys see where I am?
we can see it.
And so share sound. I am so sorry. Let's see. Could one of you wonderful students tell Miss Patricia, Miss Burchett, where I am to go to share sound?
Mm.
Let me see if this will work. Let me see. Let me go back. You hear now?
No, we still can't hear it. That's odd.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Because there is closed captioning on here, I hate to do this, but that might be our only solution. Tabitha, did any student help me out to try to tell me where I need to go? I don't see it. Yeah.
I'm looking for it too.
Hang in there, you guys. I'm sorry if you can hear me. I apologize. Hang on in there.
Yeah, I guess just do it with the closed caption, maybe.
Yeah, and so that's what I would do. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay, and so I will pick it up back here. And so I apologize, you guys. And so if you can just look at the closed captionings, hope that you can get the wonderful story from this parent.
Okay, they said it should be in the 3-dot option where when you share your screen.
Okay, and so we have a little time on our hands, so let me do just that. They said the 3 dots where I share.
Where you share your screen. When you're in Zoom where it says share, there's like a little arrow pointing up.
Oh, the 3 dots, okay. Yes, wonderful students. And so let's see, the 3 dots. It says share computer sound. How
There you
about
go. There you
that?
go. Thank you. Yoshimi.
Thank you, whoever gave us that wonderful advice. And so thank you guys for your patience. And so I'm going to restart and let me know now.
You can hear it.
Yay, thank you.
Christine, the parent of 2 UVA alumni, one who received a Bachelor of Science from the School of Architecture and one who graduated from the College of Arts and Sciences with a double major in History and American Studies. Over their combined 6 years of studies at UVA, the staff of the Student Financial Services, or SFS department, were proactive in creating a robust, user-friendly website, as well as launching UVA Pay, the online payment portal. This portal is a lifesaver. If I can offer one piece of advice regarding your student's finances, it would be to have your student grant you access as an authorized user in their UVA Pay account. This allows SFS to have open conversation about your student's UVA finances. Without the authorization, you will not be notified about new or past due charges or be able to sign into the UVA Pay to make payments on the account. Once I was established as an authorized user in UVA Pay, I could review charges in both of my students' accounts, as well as set up payment plans for each child. The ability to schedule payments guaranteed that we didn't forget and miss payment deadlines and that their accounts stayed current. Additionally, I would suggest encouraging your student to look at the personal finance videos on the SFS website and help them see the value of understanding budgets and financial literacy. There are also peer financial counselors whose services your student should utilize. The peer financial counselors counsel students on developing smart spending habits or understanding student loans, and even help prepare students to enter the workforce. I know this is a time of transition in your lives that involves a significant financial commitment. When you are investing in a child or a loved one's future, it's important to recognize that the university cares about the overall health and well-being of each student. That includes financial health and literacy, in addition to a student's academic success. Know that the staff at UVA, and in particular, the Student Financial Services Department, works diligently to advise students and guardians about their monetary lives. Please avail yourself of their knowledge and resources. Take care and go Hoos.
Okay, we can't hear you now, Patricia. Nope.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect, perfect.
So thank you. I just want to thank that student again for teaching me that part of Zoom. And so I want to reiterate what Christine said, that we are here for you in student financial services. I do, like I said, we do absolutely understand the difficulty it has been for this season, but we want you guys to know that we are here and we are so happy to help you. We are here to service the students and families, parents. If you have any questions, keep in mind, please, please, please get your student to add you as an authorized user, because we want the communications to be to the students and yourself. Students, I want you to be mindful of always checking your SIS accounts, because oftentimes messages and updates from our department will land there as to-do list items. If you've already probably seen some of them, and also to check your email addresses frequently if you have reached out to us and you're waiting to hear back from us. And so what you're seeing now is our contact information. That is our website. That is our direct telephone number to our contact center and our email address. And those are all of our social media handles. And so I highly encourage you to also please follow us on social media. We oftentimes post different bits of advice, different deadlines, and just things that's going on within our department. And Christine talked about the peer counselors. That's a really, really good resource. It's your peers, it's students that work alongside with you to teach you financial literacy and things like that. So I highly recommend you guys to check out our website, parents and students and families, and follow us on social medias. And like I said, just call us and email us, and know that we are doing our best. And if you have any questions that have not been answered through this condensed overview, again, you can go look for the presentation and others on Student Financial Services website and our webpage. And so I thank everybody again for your time. If you have any questions, again, reach out to us. And I wish for each student a wonderfully successful semester and academic year ahead. And we welcome you, and we thank you that you chose UVA. And so back to you, Tabitha. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Patricia, for doing this. And thank you so much to all the students who joined us, and for Yoshimi. Yoshimi's a real one, the MVP of the night. Thank you for helping us get that
Thank
sound
you,
right.
Yoshimi. That's the
Yes.
student who helped us. Thank you, Yoshimi.
Yes, yes. All righty, y'all have a good evening. Thanks again, Patricia. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.